Welcome all you guys back to the channel. My name is Rich, this is RR37 and this is our FIFA 21 career mode. We are in the playoffs right now against Forest as Middlesbrough, as you are all well know by now. We rounded out the championship season in the last episode and we finished in really good form actually, so we are probably the form team coming into these playoffs. The other semi-final has Norwich against Birmingham, so he's hoping Birmingham can do us a favour there. But it doesn't matter if they don't, if we don't get the job done ourselves, so we'll see how we get on. We just actually, as I'm saying that, take the lead there with a nice finish from Fletcher to put us 1-0 up in this first leg. We are of course the away side today. Cook with the free kick here. It doesn't look like that's going to finish anywhere near the goal at all. Disappointing effort from Cook there, and he knows that himself. Just look at that face. 37 minutes in now though, we've got another chance here with Akpom. He looks across the keeper, then looks at the near post, and that is the deftest of little touches, and let's be real, that should probably be getting saved, but I am not about to moan at that as we go 2-0 up now. Akpom again this time takes the defender out of the game with that little change of direction there. No little deft touch this time. He has walloped that past the keeper, and that is us up 3-0 already in the first leg away from home, and we are flying at the moment with just 10 minutes to go now. Carry on running, that takes us away from the defender. It's a nice little finish at the near post, and that is us 4-0 up going into the second leg. Absolutely brilliant job there, boys. And as we're there absolutely smashing Forest, we go into the second leg. We lose 3-0. I did quick sim it. I just thought we've got the job done. Norwich have beaten Birmingham, so that means that the final is going to be another game against Norwich. So not too sure, are we going to go up in this one now or not? We have struggled against Norwich all season long. There you can see the confirmation. But if ever there was a time to beat them, surely that time is now. We're going to go in with a fully fit squad by the looks of that, but I'm just going to change the kits up so we're playing in our red. There's no reason why we can't for this game. Yeah, everyone, as far as I can make out on my screen, again, these was recorded days and days ago, so I have forgotten a lot, but from what I can make out on my screen here, we have got a fully fit squad going into this one. We're going as strong as we possibly can, of course, and let's see how we get on. Wembley here looking absolutely fantastic, full of colour, and there is the trophy that we're playing for today. But as nice as it is, and it is nice to have silverware, we are here to get into the Premier League, of course, as are Norwich. That is the real prize on offer today, both financially and just to be able to be called a Premier League club once more. Of course, we're here a lot quicker than I expected us to be. We're 2 years ahead of plan if we can get the job done today, so absolutely crazy season really. I wouldn't say it's been a brilliant season. We lost 8 or 9 games, I believe it was, and still somehow we have ended up here. But we'll take it. I'm not too sure if we're even ready to be a Premier League club at the moment, as far as goes the players that we have and things like that. The club's ready. We've got a great youth academy. We've seen a couple of young players come up already. The scouting network and all of that stuff is in place now. We've got enough finances to at least be able to survive in the Premier League. If we had to go and spend, we could do that. But as for these players out on the pitch, the spine of the team is really good for the level that we're at, because that is what I was building for, especially after the start to the season that we had. I did not foresee this, but the players have done really well to get here. We are here now, so let's go out, try and get this win. It's not going to be easy at all against Norwich. Absolutely not. They've proven that, like I said, the couple of times that we have played them this season. But yeah, if we can get into the Premier League, we'll continue with our plans just from there. It'll make things a hell of a lot more interesting, that is for sure. And we might be off to a great start here as we've got Norwich stretched. I think that little delay on the pass there was just enough to see Walker go offside, but there might be a gap there on the turnover already to exploit against Norwich. It's when they've got the ball that we've got to really be careful. They've worked that back into nice space there, and they could be in already here. They are in already here. Less than 10 minutes and we find ourselves 1-0 down. I don't know what it is about this Norwich side, but they just own us at the moment. It's not a great feeling. And here at Wembley this time, we find ourselves behind. Just a nice little ball through. He's got all the time in the world there. I just wasn't, for whatever reason, allowed to switch to McNair, who just stands there. I can't get the other defender across. He shot it in at the near post, and Norwich at the moment are looking like they're on their way to the Premier League. It's nice possession from us here at the moment, but just struggling to find a way through. Although, having said that, no one's tracking with Dyke Steele at the moment, and we're just like that back into this game. I believe it is indeed. It is Akpom again. He's in the box unmarked. Would you believe it? The guy's been on fire all season long and no one tracks him in the box. We managed to pick him out and we are back in this game. You just see him pull off his defender there. That was what I was trying to talk about. We managed to find him with Dyke Steele, which is credit to him. It was a good ball. And he's got all the time in the world in the box there, and it is a great finish into that bottom corner, and we are back in the game right now. Norwich won't be happy with that at all. They've spent barely any time in the lead before Akpom gets us back in, and nice pressing from us there has turned the ball over from their kick-off. Can we work this out now? Akpom's got nothing ahead of him really. He's had to turn back and delay the attack a little bit, but we've still got the ball. Rare crossing from us there, didn't really come to anything. Brown recycles it though. Fletcher with his back to goal just drops it off. Can we get in there? No. We don't go for the pass. We go back to Cook instead, working it around nicely. Akpom's made a brilliant run there, and we're 2-1 up at Wembley. Beautiful, beautiful football. Everything that we have been working on this season all come together in one moment there. It is absolutely just, that is a really rewarding goal for us, and it could be a huge one as well. Norwich kick off from our equaliser. We press them immediately, turn the ball over, and then we're just patient, and what a finish from Akpom that one is, into the side netting. Beautiful stuff. Krul had no chance, but we just kept on working that ball patiently until we spotted the opening after the pressure on the ball to turn it over. And just like that, like I say, everything we have been working on this season comes together in one moment, and that could be a huge moment in this match now as we take the lead, and we now are the ones who find ourselves with 1 foot in the Premier League. So half an hour gone in this game now, maybe just a little bit more, and since that equaliser, Norwich have really gone up a gear, and we're struggling to get the ball back off them at the moment, to be honest. They've got a corner now as well. We need to be on our toes here. It's mainly headers we've been conceding really this season, as they manage to keep getting in front of us, and that Mampuki's not going to need too many chances. We cannot allow that to keep happening. But thankfully we get away with that one. We can start playing this one out now with find our way into midfield with Ferguson carrying on the same way at the moment. Akpom starts to make a run, stops. He's made another one, but Fletcher's made an even better one here, and he's wide open, and he's finished, and we are 3-1 up now in the playoff finals. We've got a really strong chance now of going to win this trophy and getting our club back up into the Premier League. That one has come against the run of play, there's no doubt about it. It was nice patience from Walker. Twice he could have played Akpom in. He waits and waits. Fletcher makes his move, looks at the keeper, put all his weight on the one leg, decides to shoot it into the other corner, leaving Krull with no chance. And we now are in a very, very strong position in this game. All we need to do now is turn this ball over again, see ourselves with a 3-1 lead at half time, come out for the second and just take full control of this game. It sounds so easy on paper, but we know that it's not going to be that easy, especially with Pukki through already. Big save there from the leg of Stojanovic, and we get away with one. We're coming now on the counter ourselves. Walker, can he get past his man? He can't get past his man. Good tackle there actually, and that will probably be that for this half. And so it would prove. We are about an hour into the game now and just deciding here to make some changes. We're bringing on Guest, we're bringing on Phoenix, our academy products, and we're going to bring on Pedro in this final as well for our last change. Feeling quite confident. We've done what I spoke about and we have controlled a lot of this second half at the moment. Hopefully things will carry on in that vein. Oh, that's a nice little move from Guest there. Unfortunately, he just ran into his next man though. But if this match continues in the vein that it has in this second half, we are very likely to be finding ourselves in the Premier League next season, which is an absolute madness. I never thought or saw that one coming, especially the start that we had. We was in form, out of form. We've been hot and cold all season. But I would say that when we are in form, when we have been in form this season, we've scored hatfuls of goals. We've played some really good football. It's just, when we're out of form, we seem to be really bad as well. So we need to sort that out next season. There needs to be some kind of middle ground. When we're not playing well, we need to learn to stay in matches and not get blown away. And not drop so many points when we're not playing well as well. We need to be tougher to beat, basically, is what I'm saying. And then when we're in form, hopefully we can still be as effective as we have this season. But at the moment you can just see Norwich are really struggling to find any gaps, struggling to break us down. Oh, they did there though, just off the inside of the post. We were lucky there, and that's the kind of thing that I'm talking about next season that goes in when Premier League sides and doing that kind of thing. As long as we can hold out here, because I did say we've started really well in this half, but we cannot get nowhere near the ball at the minute. Stojanovic keeps us in it there, but it is pretty much time to start getting excited, guys. There's just over 10 minutes left. If we can get away now without conceding here, which we do, it's looking like there's not going to be enough time for Norwich at the moment. I hope that is the case. If we give the ball away in them kind of areas though, we could be in trouble. But yeah, we just need to see this out now. We need to go into full-on game management, unless we can do something a bit better than that here with Guest. He's took his man on. Other academy graduate, Phoenix, just outside him. It's back into Fletcher. Joel Pedro, who's just come on now. He's got onto his right foot. And I was about to say he's finished it, but that has come off the bar. That is so unlucky. Oh, great football, but we don't get nothing from it. And now we need to be very careful here, as they've got Stepperman in. He's already scored today, remember. He's got hardly anyone up with him though. He's had to turn back this time because there's no support at all for him. We're going to bring Dijksteel out to him now. Good header away. And we are there, guys. There's no way Norwich turn this round now, even if they were to score. We are unbelievably going to the Premier League. I cannot believe it. We hooked that one away, and there you go. Great job by the boys today. Norwich are going to be so annoyed. They've beat us twice, I think, in the league this season, but when it really, really mattered, we have delivered on the big day. We came to the Wembley in the Carabao Cup. We lifted the trophy. Back at Wembley again today for the playoffs. We're about to lift that trophy. We're now a Premier League club. Absolutely unbelievable. And what a moment for the two academy players as well, to be on the pitch in their short careers, about to lift their first trophy. And yeah, that's the kind of mentality that we want to be putting into these young players. We want to breed winners here, and we took a huge step to that today. 2 full seasons earlier than our planning to be in the Premier League with this club, we have managed to find ourselves there. McNair lifts the trophy, the fans have gone nuts, and we are going to the Premier League. No matter how many times I say it, it still doesn't seem to sink in at the moment. But let's just enjoy this moment with the team now. Great job from the boys today. And so there we have it. What a season it has been. We're just going to round things off now with all the stats and all the good stuff like that. Starting with Akpomir, made the most appearances in the league, in the season I should say. 51 appearances, 52 goals and 30 something assists there. Absolutely unbelievable from him. And I'm just going to quickly scroll down all of the players. So of course, if you want to check them out in more detail, then of course feel free to pause the video and go ahead and do that. I would go through it with you, but with the screen that I've got at the moment, it is just too small and I can't make it out. But I will have a closer look at it myself before when we go into the new season. Before making any decisions on any of these players. But as a collective, as a team, what an absolutely insane season it has been. I've loved recording, making these videos for season 1, more than even I thought that I would, to be honest. The game and the career mode this season, so far ahead of what we've had for the last few seasons. So yeah, really enjoying it. Next season is just gonna be insane, guys. I think I've mentioned it before, but I'm not 100% sure, so I will now. Now we are officially in the Premier League. People say the hardest, toughest league in the world. To reflect that, it's time, I think, to go up to Ultimate and make it the ultimate challenge that it's cracked up to be. So that'll mean resetting the sliders back to 50 on everything for user and AI. I have had it tipped, which is probably why we've lost 9 games this season. Into the favour of the AI, I came over with the last year's FIFA sliders. That would, like I said, be a good reference point, a good starting point for us, but I'm pretty sure that we don't have that stupid 99 everything bug for Ultimate this time around. So with that in mind, it is time to go up a difficulty level, and again, if at any point it becomes consistently too easy, we will put sliders back in place and continue to make it harder for ourselves. But yeah, that's when we get there. What we're going to do with the rest of this video though is just go through, like I said, all of the stats, see who's won what, and how the season around us has finished, as well as our own. Really looking forward to next season now. We've got a tough season ahead of us, like I just mentioned, going up a difficulty. Building a squad down here that was ready to challenge to go up and win the championship next season, or maybe the one after. All those plans were put into place, but we've surpassed them, which is a very nice problem to have, but it comes with its own questions. I've already got ones floating around my mind now about next season, but we'll talk more on those as the season itself comes along. The next video will probably be a highlight package of what's gone on during pre-season, just like we did this time, and then we'll come back and analyse pre-season, analyse where we are as a club as we look into the youth academy now, and decide what sort of actions it is we're going to take next season. Obviously we'll be looking to stay up, that'll be the aim now, but it's about, the questions are going to be about how we go about doing that. There's a few different ways that we could do it, but yeah, that's something for then. At the moment, I'd just like to say I really have, like I mentioned, enjoyed this series so much so far. Loving the stadium, I love playing at the Riverside. The players, the ones now here that are still here, are obviously the ones that I've been getting along with, so loving playing with this team. But next season's going to be a different challenge altogether. So the youth academy, while we're in here, has actually grown. We've put a few more players on since I think the last time that we looked at it, and we're just going through the development plans now, making sure everything is in place ready for next season. So these guys don't miss out on any time in their development, especially the ones who look like they're gonna make it. It's just finding where we need them to fit in, really, as opposed to their stats. Some of them look better to be in different positions than they are actually in, so we're gonna adjust all of that. We're gonna grow their work rates, their weak foots and everything else, and then we'll switch them back to balance so they can just grow their game in general. But obviously we want them as good as we can possibly have them, so that's why we're making them both footed for pretty much everyone, and like I said, improving the work rates where necessary. Like for instance this guy here, Buchanan, we've got his weak foot done now, so he doesn't need to keep doing that. And we're going to change him now to an attacking midfielder, because of course we don't use wingers, so there is no point in him being a winger. And the same thing's probably going to happen for Wilkie here. We'll improve his weak foot and then change his position. And Tony Harry's here. I can't fully remember what we do with him, but he is a playmaking forward at the moment. That is now about to change. I'm assuming that we've just done his weak foot and we're now going to change him to a striker from a centre forward, and that will do that for the youth academy this season. Board objectives, it's pretty much too late to do anything now, but we've completed the youth academy one. We've completed what I wanted to complete on the brand exposure. Obviously I don't want to, as I've mentioned before, sign crucial players if I don't have to. It just ends up upsetting players, either the ones that are playing who have got the crucial, if they get dropped for a game or two just for a rest or anything like that, but it also stops you rotating with the other players as well, and then they get upset because they're not getting enough games, and it's just not worth it. So yeah, I'm happy with what we've managed to do. Hopefully the board will be as well. We finished third in the season when I was only predicting 7th. These players who are running out of contract, I'm just happy to let those contracts run down, and that frees up more space on the wages and more space in the club. It looks like we're reaching the end of the season now. Players returning from loan. I'm not sure if we've got anybody actually on loan that's going to leave us. I don't think that we have, but we've got I think that's a goalkeeper back on loan, and of course the board on the very last day of the season and now talking about that brand exposure. But like I said, I'm happy with where that is. Hopefully, I mean, we're going to the Premier League. We've won the Carabao Cup. We've won our pre-season tournament, I believe, as well. So surely we've done more than enough that I don't need to worry about my job. Our manager rating's high enough as well. We know how the championship finished. The FA Cup, coincidentally, it's Spurs that beat Man City on the last day for that. So good job from Spurs there. We can't unfortunately look who won the Premier League, but Carabao Cup, of course, we won, which was beautiful. What a day out that was. We've just seen that we've won the championship, the playoffs, sorry. We did indeed win the pre-season tournament, so quite pleased with my memory there for a change. The UEFA Super Cup, Sevilla beat Bayern Munich. That one's a bit of a shock. Champions League winners were Juventus against Liverpool. Liverpool were great runners-up by the looks of it this season. Not getting the job done on the big day though, and Ajax beat Mönchengladbach in the Europa League final, so good job from Ajax there. And that is probably about that, I would reckon. There's nothing else we can look at now, except for maybe the top scorers. Just one final look at the league, and next season it is evident that we need to concede less goals. I don't think I've ever conceded that many goals in just one season. It's ridiculous, really, but it's something to work on. In the top scorers, we've got Akpom and Fletcher, both done really, really well this season. Akpom's just unbelievable. He ended up with a goal a game. Fletcher almost the same. I can't see any of our other players in there, so it looks like it is going to be pretty much crucial to keep those two fit and firing next season. Or we need to find a way of sharing the goals around. Assists, again, Akpom leads the way with Fletcher. A lot of them would be them actually assisting each other's goals, I would say. They formed a really good partnership. We've got Wing up there as well, actually. He's had a good season there. Morsey's in there as well. And to say that those guys become bench players, and the Morsey himself, and he played half the season, that is good to see. And we actually do have Stojanovic in there, which is a bit of a shock considering the amount of goals we have shipped this season. Yellow cards, that one's been won by Rotherham. Bournemouth got one up there as well, and Bournemouth also come in with the red card, so they were quite aggressive actually this season by the looks of that. But I think that is going to be pretty much that, guys. We have completed season 1 of this Middlesbrough career mode. We didn't win the championship, but we did win the playoffs, and next season, for the final time I'm going to say it, we are Premier League. Unbelievable. But I hope you've enjoyed this one, guys. It's a bit of a weird one because of it only having the playoffs, but again, enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully I will see you all back for the start of the next season, but until then, guys, bye bye.